Okay, this will be a funny one. To me, it says a lot about the world as it is, or the people in the world. Let's see if we can turn this one into something interesting. I'm going to leave it on that. It's going to be an interesting one. This is a lot. Let's see what this piece is. It is a mug with the word, we'll just roll it across, sheep, 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 and sheep. So sheep, like sheeple, as in people who can't form their own opinions or think for themselves, but they expect that they can seek the help of others, especially celebrities and other people that they follow, thinking that they can get something out of it. So it's really a dim sort of a view, dim sort of a way of living is being what's called a sheeple, or a sheep. Sheeple is actually the plural of sheep. Sheeple, people who follow like sheep. And I don't understand why people do that, especially when the role models they pick are definitely not worthy of being role models. We didn't get all of the sheep, but we got most of them in the page. But most people just follow the crowd as well. They follow each other. Peer group pressure is indeed a common sheeple tool that these people use against people who don't follow the crowd. Just like when you're at school and they offer you a cigarette and say, go on, have a drag. Well, fuck them. They never got me to fucking smoke, so they can go fuck themselves and their cigarettes. I wasn't popular at school, so I didn't really typically follow my own judgment over things. Well, that's how I learned. That's what I learned. I have to be myself, and that's what I want to do. Screw anyone else who thinks otherwise. See if we can make this sheeple thing look any good. Anyway, this has turned out looking interesting. All this sheep, all these sheeple. Wondering if we're going to make this into something. But yeah, people just typically follow the crowd. They don't know any other way. Now I'm wondering, oh fuck, I got a phone call. I have to fucking let it ring because I have to fucking do my demos. Sorry about that, but that's okay. I just wish the phone wouldn't ring while I'm in the middle of this stuff that I'm doing. It stopped ringing. I'll ring him back later, but I have to keep going with this because this is my future. I've got a big future ahead that has to be made to happen by me carrying out these demos to do my own shit. trying to get in touch with a loved one, and it really hurts that I can't find him, so I'm trying to get on the television and get my stuff out there. And I really miss this person. His name is Luigi. Now this looks really quite interesting. So I'm thinking that's going to be the centre of the job. But I really miss my partner. I really miss him to pieces. It really hurts to be away from him as long as I have been. I really long to be with him. It does get lonely. It does get very, very, very lonely. I really need, no, we don't need that. I forgot to put that on, incidentally. But basically I do get very, I've already done that. I really do get lonely. And it's difficult dealing with the loss every day. Dealing with the fucking pain of being away from this person. It's really painful. I'm actually thinking, where is the centre of this fucking job going to be? I'm thinking it's going to be there. So I have to follow my own intuition and try and get this video work happening. I don't have anyone to follow. I'm not a fucking sheep. I don't subscribe to the sheeple mentality. And incidentally, you just have to, the lesson to take home from what I'm doing is that you got to be yourself, folks. You got to learn to be yourselves instead of being someone else or trying to be someone else that you're not. So, try to be yourself. Don't follow the crowd. As much as you can avoid following the crowd, especially if the crowd is going to be a bad influence on you, because a lot of the time it is. It's a very bad influence, and you can't, and they'll use you and abuse you, just like when you're at school and you're offered a cigarette, and you get the feeling they're going to accept you, the in crowd. Well, the in crowd are a bunch of fucks, because if you accept the cigarette, you'll not just get a habit and get all the sickness and cancer and shit. You're gonna get laughed at behind their back because they don't care, and they still don't accept you. They won't accept you. They'll just accept you for a minute, and then they fucking turn on you. So don't fucking follow the in crowd. The in crowd could go fuck itself. Cigarettes and all that, alcohol, drugs, stupid things. Having sex with someone, I mean, seriously, these are really bad things that you can't allow yourself. Don't be a sheeple. Be an individual, not a sheeple. Be a fucking individual. Be yourself. Be your fucking self. You're more beautiful if you be yourself. You're not beautiful if you behave like the other shit, who are fucking assholes and don't care anyway. Don't listen to them. They're fuck. Listen to yourself. Listen to, sometimes you do have good role models, and find some of them, but don't follow the fucking crowd. That looks really interesting. I think we can call it quits.